What's up, YouTube? We are back today with another video. I don't know how to say it, but I'm leaving Rosedale, bro. I just rented me a car. I gotta pick it up first thing in the morning. So what I have to do today is I have to go ahead and clean all my stuff out of my truck. I'm gonna be throwing a lot of this stuff away. I'll keep most of the important stuff that I can reuse, but a lot of the stuff is going to end up just going into the trash. But with that being said, I know you're now wondering, why are you leaving? I thought you loved that company. You spoke so highly of that company. Why are you leaving? And there's a lot of things that really play into the reasons I'm leaving, but I have no hard feelings about Rosedale. This was one of the better companies that I've worked for. So with that being said, let me go ahead and give you guys the pros and the cons of why I'm leaving. We're gonna go ahead and start with the cons. That way we can end on a good note. But anyways, we are leaving Rosedale because at the end of the day, you work to make money, and I'm just not making money here. I'm averaging about, I know I told you guys that the company said they can get you anywhere from 2,500 to 3,000 miles a week. I'm not getting that, bro. I'm not getting that whatsoever. Nowhere close to it. I'm getting about 1,000 miles to 1,500 miles a week. And my checks are balancing out to about $500 to $700. I feel like I became a truck driver to make money at the end of the day. I didn't come out here on the road to play games. So as long as I'm out here and I'm willing to work and I'm asking for more loads, like, I feel like my check should be bigger. I should be getting more loads. I should be getting more miles. And at 53 cents a mile, you just can't make that money. Another thing is I live where I live at. Whenever I take my home time, and whenever I leave home from my home time, I always pick up in Aiken, South Carolina. Aiken, South Carolina is it's over 220 miles from my house. It's a little over 3.5 hours away that I'm going to pick up my load to get back on the road. So with that being said, I thought I was getting paid for this. I never really paid too much attention to it. But last night, well, let me give you a backstory. Last week, I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning to go pick up a load from Shaw in Adairsville. And when I got to the Shaw, it was like 3:40, I want to say. And when I got there, I checked in and they said somebody had already picked the trailer up yesterday at 2 p.m., the day before at 2 p.m. So I said, okay, that's weird. But here at Rosedale, from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m., there is nobody in the office for you to contact. So from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m., there's no one for you to contact. So I had to go to the Loves, and I'm sitting at the Loves. And if you're a truck driver, if you're sitting, you're not making money. So I'm sitting at the Loves waiting for somebody to get in at 6 a.m. I send them a message saying, hey, someone already picked that load up. So as soon as I send that message, the dispatcher or whoever that came in are calling me trying to figure out why I'm not at my delivery when I'm supposed to be at my delivery. But first off, my truck was in the shop the day before, so my dispatcher knows that I wasn't going to pick this load up till first thing in the morning after my clock had reset. So after my clock had reset, first thing I did, as soon as I was up before my 10 hours was done. So as soon as my 10 hours got done, I got up, did my pre-trip and everything, and I was on the road going to my pickup. So basically they had to figure out where my trailer was at. Long story short, another driver got the wrong trailer that was supposed to be going to Fairfield and ended up in Kentucky. So they sent me all the way to Kentucky to pick up the load. They had gave me the driver's number. I said, hey, you trying to meet me halfway? The driver's response was, no, I don't want to mess up my clock. You don't want to mess up your clock, but you're the one that got the wrong trailer, and I'm the one that's having to bite the bullet for it. But anyways, that's not here nor there. That I got my pay stub yesterday, and I was checking my pay stub to make sure that I got paid for that, because after I finally got my trailer that I was supposed to have, I waited a couple hours, called my dispatcher, because she's in at this point, and I let her know, hey, what's going on. And she was like, yeah, that's fine. But anyways, I didn't end up getting paid for it, so they're gonna put it on my next check, and that's fine. But while I was looking at my pay stub, I realized that I never got paid from my house to my pickup. I only got paid from the pickup location to the destination. So it should have been from my house or close to my house. I don't care if it's, you take away the first 20, 30, 40, 50 empty miles, that's fine. But I'm driving over 220 miles to pick this load up, and I'm not getting paid for any of it. I feel like that's outrageous. And just think about, if you're only making $500, $600, $700 a week, and they're taking 200 miles away from you, that's a couple extra $100. That's an extra $100 and some change that you just could have made, you know, that could have helped you. So that's really one of the main reasons I'm leaving. But other than that, it's the miles, man. The miles and the money. I'm not getting nowhere near 2,500 to 3,000 miles a week at all. And at the end of the day, I gave it 4 months here, and I struggled with my paychecks. Luckily, I'm one of those people that know how to save money. But you know, I'm not making money here at this point. I'm starting to have to use my money that I had stacked up over time from just, you know, working. So I'm gonna go ahead, I gave it 4 months, and I'm just gonna go ahead and move to the next chapter of life. At the end of the day, you work at these companies for money. You work at these companies to live, to survive. You don't work at these companies for free. So me driving over 200 miles, I feel like that's me working for free. Me sitting in a dock for 3 hours before I get any type of detention pay, I feel like that's working for free. Another thing is my truck. The trucks here in general, there's a lot of breakdowns. So, but that shop is horrible, bro. It's the worst thing ever. They take forever to do nothing, then they don't fix the problems. So it's like when you break down, it's like it's reoccurring every week. And you guys seen my first couple videos here at Rosedale. I was in the shop every week, bro. Every single week I was in the shop. Sometimes multiple times a week. And I know that's trucking, things happen. But bro, every single week in the shop is crazy, bro. That's crazy. So with that being said, I just couldn't do it anymore. But let's end on a positive note. Let me tell you some good things about Rosedale. A lot of drivers that's on the SAP program. If you're a SAP driver, Rosedale does take SAP drivers. I've talked to hundreds of SAP drivers and hundreds of SAP drivers, and they all tell me, I don't care how much money I'm making, I just want to be able to get my license clean and clear and get back in a company seat. Rosedale, there's a good chance Rosedale will take you. Are you gonna make a lot of money? You're not gonna make a lot of money. So with that being said, if you are a SAP driver and you're looking for a company, give Rosedale a call out of Dalton, Georgia. I have it here at Rosedale. If you live on the I-75 corridor, they run a lot of freight on I-75. So if you live on the I-75 corridor, there's a really good chance that you're gonna be able to get home every weekend. And sometimes it depends on your load, but you'll be able to get home pretty often. Another good thing here about Rosedale, if you do stay out on the road for 2 weeks, you know, what I do is I stay out on the road for 2 weeks because of where I live. They can't really get me home consistently every week. So what I do is I stay out for 2 weeks, and with me being out for 2 weeks, I get to be home for 3 days. I also take new hires too. I just feel like I shouldn't have to become a trainer to make money, but I can honestly say I'm making a review about a company that I'm leaving, and have their good traits, they have their bad traits, just like every human in the world. It's like any business. It's got to be things you like, there's going to be things you don't like. But for me, the biggest con is money, and I'm not making the money, so this is what I have to do, not only for self-peace, but it's like I'm a truck driver, bro. I can't be out here on the road and only bringing home $500, $600, $700 a week. I cannot do that. So for me, I had to make the judgment call. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and part ways. I went out and talked to everybody in the office, and they understood why I was leaving. Of course, they don't want you to leave, especially like, you know, I make YouTube videos, bro, and I share my experiences online of what's going on, not only in my life, but in the my trucking journey, and not only as a truck driver, but on top of that, I'm a SAP truck driver. So I'm also showing a lot of people, you know, what it's like to be a SAP driver. And as a SAP driver, you're not always going to be able to get the cream of the crop companies. And when I say cream of the crop companies, I mean companies that's going to treat you well, going to have good home time and good pay. But here at Rosedale, you know, they treat you well and your home time is good. If they had better pay, this would be a cream of the crop company where SAP drivers are welcome. So with that being said, August would be 3 years since I failed my drug test. I honestly don't know how I'm feeling about trucking at this point in my life. I don't know if I want to try to find a different path while I'm still young, or if I want to just say, you know what, screw it and just stay into trucking. I was talking to one of my friends that's an owner op, and he was saying, dude, you know, if you have the money and everything, why don't you try out becoming an owner op? He was like, the market is bad right now. I wouldn't say get into it right now as a new owner op, but give it like a year or two, and, you know, get your own truck in the meantime if you can, and try to be an owner op. So there's a lot of things that we got to reevaluate in our life and figure out. But with that being said, this is the end of this journey. It wasn't as short as our last journey, but I have to say it was a good time. Not a fun time, but it's a good time over here at Rosedale. So if you're one of those SAP drivers that are looking for a company that's, hey, I don't care what I'm gonna make, I need to get this SAP off of my license before November, dude, man, give Rosedale a call, bro. That's all I gotta say about that. But like I said, the money isn't the best. They do have easy runs. A lot of their runs are easy, I can say that. And also, you can get your passport. They'll pay for your passport if you want to go to Canada. I'm low-key upset because I didn't get to go to Canada. But that's it, bro. I gotta go ahead and clean this truck out. Other than that, bro, I hope everybody that's on SAP gets what they need done. And the drivers that's just looking for a company, you know, maybe you're new in the industry and you want to get a little bit of experience, give Rosedale a call, bro. But anyways, that's it. That's all. We are out.
Welcome to my life. Now stop.